What up, guys? Welcome to the One Life Podcast. Um, and thanks for listening, guys. I mean, a lot of people have been waiting for this episode. Kind of going to talk about how I went from sleeping on my buddy's couch to kind of where I am now, living in New York City, working in innovation for one of the coolest Fortune companies, Nike. And before I get into all that, um, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for responding. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for kind of just, doing all that, tagging me in posts. I don't know. It's been super interesting what's happened after I started speaking up a little bit and after I started really, just being me. It's been super cool. So thanks for that. Um, I met up with Gary yesterday. Some of you guys may, if you listen to the podcast, follow me on Instagram. You noticed that I'm gonna have him on the podcast later this year. Probably gonna be closer to winter time. Both of our summers are really busy. He said he's gonna be really busy this summer, as am I, with travel, side businesses, stuff like that. So, anyways, I'm gonna get right into it, and I want to talk about the law of attraction, how I use that in my life to kind of cultivate what I'm doing now, and where I'm working, how I got here, and how I'm working in innovation here in our digital studio for Nike, which is pretty fucking awesome. And dude, I used to, when I was 13, 14, my older brother had a ice cream business, and we were driving around in an ice cream van selling ice cream, and all the kids in high school made fun of me after summer. Oh man, you're driving. It was mainly like the girls. I didn't get it. It was a couple guys. They thought I was a loser, but it was funny because some of these guys I would see and then end up buying ice cream from us, which was funny because it ended up giving us money. Like, dude. But anyways, it's kind of where the hustle started. I saved my money. I used to get paid $20 a day to work 8 hours a day. It was ridiculous. That's kind of where it all started. I mean, that's kind of where it all like started going, and like I started figuring out entrepreneur route then, buying and selling stuff. Got my first job when I was 16, working at an auto parts store, and then you used to use the money from there to kind of like buy and sell like car parts, stuff like that. And like I like cars. I'm a car guy, so I would like do shit with cars. So then when I was turning, my younger life, actually, before that, I had a father that was kind of around as a kid, abusive, fucking, you name it. When I was younger, alcoholic. Fortunately, he stopped drinking as I got older. But I used to see what it looked like to come from a broken home. Father leaving all the time, not treating my mother with respect, verbally, physically abusive. I went through and seen all that shit. And I could have chose to be a person of that nature, but I didn't. I chose to like, you know what? That's not how I want to live my life. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to live like I saw my parents living, struggling and fighting about money, and then, fucking not being able to do this or that because of money issues. Like I didn't want to see that like as growing up. So my blueprint in life was like, dude, I don't want that. That's for sure. So as I started living my life, as I started seeing like, dude, I don't want to be that type of person, dad leaving, not supporting the family, taking money out of the bank accounts, disappearing for 5-6 months, then coming back, acting like nothing was wrong. I've been through it, when I was 18, 19, after, I had my minimum wage jobs from about 18 and a half to about 19 and a half-ish. I worked 13 jobs in that time frame. I did everything from sales to marketing to pawn shop to retail to freaking working at a car dealership. I tried it all. And call center, dude, inbound, outbound, cold calling, whatever, you name it, I tried it. I tried everything besides the food services industry. And in that time period, it taught me a lot. It taught me about what I liked, what I didn't like. And then I figured out like, all right, who do I want to be as a person, right? So like, who do I want to be? What's that person look like? And how can I start mapping actions to be that? So I was like, all right, I'm really good at computers. That's the last thing I haven't tried. I'm really good at computers. And everyone's been telling me that in my family, I'm good with computers, should do something around there. But I used to think, based on what other people would tell me, you have to be really smart, man. You got to be really smart. There's special type of people that are good at computers, special type of people that know coding and can read code. Dude, you can't be that. I was like, what do you mean? Like, dude, I can't be that. And I started believing it because I started believing and having the self-doubt about other people around me. You don't have self-doubt within yourself. You never have self-doubt. When you're born, you're like, dude, I want to be a fucking astronaut. I want to do this. I want to do that. When you're born, you never have self-doubt. It's an outside influence that gives you the self-doubt at the end of the day. It's an outside person telling you, hey, man, your dreams are a little too big. Your dreams are a little bit too much. You want that big house, nice car, man? That ain't for you, man. Just come join us down here in mediocre lane. Come on down to average. Come on, come on. You don't need to be thinking that big. No, think bigger than that. You want to surround yourself with people that are going to push you, right? You want to surround yourself with people that aren't going to doubt you because you don't want to be around that doubt. Doubt is not self-doubt, dude. It's fucking doubt coming from all the people around you that are doubting themselves. They want to bring you down too. Don't go up too high. We're going to bring you right back down. Nope, those are not the friends you want to hang out with. And I used to dream every night when I was a kid. I still do. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, nice house, wife, amazing business, amazing employees, amazing partners, everything around me amazing. I just kept dreaming that, wanting that. I was sitting in Starbucks one day. This kid is on his computer, and I was like, bro, if that's coding, that sure looks, I feel like that's what it would look like. So I was like, dude, what are you up to? Are you like coding something? I asked him. And he goes, yeah, man. He's like, I'm making a mobile app for iOS, And I was like, dude, what the fuck? This is crazy. And I got his info. We messaged back and forth on Facebook. Then I'm like, man, I want to learn to do this. I have like no other options. I've already exhausted everything. I'm 20 years old. Parents are getting divorced. Father left. It's getting real now. I thought I could mooch off them for another 3, 4, 5 years. I couldn't. So it's getting really real. And I really started realizing like, man, dude, if I'm going to make something happen, it's got to be now. Like if I'm going to make something happen, like, this is it. So I sold my car. I sold my clothes that I had. I sold a lot of shit. And I sold everything. And he introduced me to his friend via email. And then we chatted on the phone and let me sleep on his couch on the East Coast for 3 months, a little over 3 months. And he let me sleep on his couch. And he taught me the basics of what it's like to like build an app from scratch. For 3 months, I slept on this dude's couch. It was a 2-bedroom apartment, by the way, with 4 roommates that were living there and 1 bathroom. Dude, I did whatever it took. I told myself I burned every bridge before I left, and I wasn't going to come back until I had like a job lined up or something. This dude hooked me up on my 4th month with a job at Microsoft, and that's how it all started. Worked through the ranks in Microsoft, and then I used the same principles that I applied of my entrepreneurship when I started my marketing company, actually, when I was 17, and got like $5,000 a month in revenue, but I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know how to hire people. I didn't have any leadership skills. I had nothing, but I learned those same principles, and I started applying them to like, you know what? I'm a business. I need to treat myself like an owner in everything that I do. I need to be the person that's taking ownership and responsibility and accountability, holding myself accountable for these things. So then I applied those principles at Microsoft. And then I moved through Microsoft to a couple other smaller companies. And then I moved to Nike. And then, dude, it's been a crazy journey, right? But I want to talk about something, which is the law of attraction and living on the offense and not retreating. And I was reading the book, Think and Grow Rich. And Think and Grow Rich, they're about to go to war. I can't remember what war it was, but these guys are about to go to war. And the general, after they get off the ships, the general turns around and burns all the ships and says, we are not retreating, and there's no way that we can retreat because we burned the ships and they see the ships burning. And he said, we're either going to kill or be killed. That was it. There was no question or doubt. And guess what happened? That definite purpose, keyword definite purpose, made them never quit, and they ended up winning that war, even though they were outgunned and outnumbered. That's how you need to live your life, in my opinion, with definite purpose. The law of attraction is so real. Like what you think about, you cultivate. You have to be careful about what you think about too. You think negative, you're going to get negative. You think positive, you will get positive, I promise. But you have to think the big picture and have the feeling and think of that you already think and have the feeling that you already have those items in your possession. You already have those items right in front of you. You have to think like that. You have to. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to start thinking small. People are going to start dimming your light. People are going to say it's not possible, right? In this room right now, if somebody were to come in every day and just dim the light a little notch, a little notch, a little notch every day, after like 20 days, I'm going to be like, dude, this room looks a little dark. Maybe we might need a new light or something. 30, 40 days later, I'm like, dude, this room is fucking dark. That's what happens when you have negative people around you. They drain your light slowly over time, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. And then you realize when you're in the dark, like, dude, what happened to the light, man? Dude, who took it away? The people around you took it away. The people that were doubting you, inflicting self-doubt upon yourself, telling you couldn't do it, took it away. So it's so important to surround yourself with the correct people. It's so important to surround yourself with the correct mindset, or the correct people with the correct mindset, and live that life to the max. No limit, one life. That's the whole motto here. And I just hope that somebody finds value in this. Nothing is scripted. I literally have like 2-3 bullet points sitting in front of me about kind of what I want to talk about, and then I just like go about it. But I hope this helps you guys. I hope this helps somebody. I hope this brings some type of value. And I truly hope that you guys live your life to the max. And don't let people doubt you. If people are doubting you, I know you can't just cut people off, right? But dude, you can keep a relationship high by and make them still think like you're friends. I mean, you still are friends. But dude, it's your life, dude. Like, honestly, it's your life. And man or women listening right now, it's your life, and it's so important to reevaluate and audit every couple months. Businesses every month, every day are looking at their audit reports. They're looking at how much money they made, how much money went out, how much money was spent here, how much money was spent there. What could we do to improve? How could we gain more revenue? You got to do that with your life, man. You got to look at your life like that on a spreadsheet. Dude, who could I cut out? Who could I add? Who's not benefiting me? Who's making negative comments all the time? Those are people that you can cut out or keep to a minimum conversation. They're not going to help you get to where you want to be. And they'll start believing in you once you start doing something. Obviously, people are going to be like, dude, I always believed in that shit, bro. I always believed in you. Man, those people aren't real. The people that believed in you are the ones that were there when it was hard, when it was easy, when you made it, when you didn't make it. Those are the people. So, law of attraction, guys, it's real. What you think about, you will get, but you have to work towards it. You can't get a job praying. You got to apply for the job first, then you can pray. You know what I mean? Prayers don't work unless you do. So, one life, no limit. Thank you guys so much for listening. Can't wait to have Gary on the podcast later this year. Hopefully we'll get some cool guests on the podcast. Hopefully I'll be able to be on a few, kind of tell this story a little more, tell it about from a mindset perspective. And yeah, live this life, baby. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. Go kill it.